Today's cooking challenge is actually a repeat of the last one I did. It's going to be a single person frittata, and Ron wants to have a fruit smoothie instead, but I felt like having more than that. But here's what the ingredients are. I'm going to put 2 eggs. I'm going to cut these little potatoes up, about that much onion, this much pepper. I'm using just hamburger here. I'll probably use about half of it, but I'm going to season it. Most of my breakfast sausage I've eaten up, the stuff that I made from the venison. So this is venison burger with a ratio of 1 to 11 of pork suet in it. And I will season it as it cooks with some of this Legs Old Plantation mild Italian sausage seasoning, which I like a lot. So it'll be an Italian flavor to it. Put cheddar cheese on top instead of mozzarella. When I scramble the eggs up, I'll let a little bit of milk to make them a little bit more creamy. But I think that ought to turn out pretty good. I'm going to cook it in, cook the potatoes and the meat and such in one pan, and then I'm going to keep this second pan ready to go so that when I put the eggs into it, it's fresh and clean and they won't stick. So I'll cut stuff up and get ready to go. All right, cooking the sausage up here, just about done. Okay, and now I'll put the potatoes in. They cook best when they're not in with anything else. Probably need a little more grease, but we'll see how these do. I don't want to put the other vegetables in because I want to make sure that these all touch the skillet and brown up. Potatoes are coming along pretty well. I'm going to put a little bit of peanut oil in there before I put the vegetables in. I'm going to leave the potatoes there and let them brown. Then I'll put in the onions and the peppers. All right, I'm going to put some of this seasoning on the meat. This is Italian seasoning, and I like the fennel in Italian seasoning. Eggs are whipped up, put a little bit of milk in them, not too much, and they'll be ready as we change pans. So you can see here that the onions and peppers have gotten good. I'm going to mix them now in with the potatoes, which has had a little bit longer to cook. Then we'll add the meat. So this is ready to have the eggs poured over it. I probably could do it in this pan, but I'm going to change to a clean one just for the sake of non-stick. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, put the clean pan over, it's greased, scrape the stuff we've been cooking into this pan as it heats up. This will probably make enough for me to have twice, so I'll probably eat oatmeal in the day in between for the benefit of my cardiovascular system. Well, once this gets hot, I'll leave a little spot there so I can keep track of it. I'll put the eggs that I've added a little bit of milk to, and then later I'll put the cheese in. All right, it's warm enough now. I'll put the eggs in. And I'll move them around, get them everywhere. So I'll let that cook. And as I showed last time, this is how you get all the egg to cook. Pull it in like that and tip the pan so the egg all touches the hot cast iron. All right, you can see that that's cooked up real well. I'm going to put some cheddar cheese on top, and then I will take it in and put it on the Rana's broiler for a minute. You don't have to do that, but it makes this crust up, and it's real nice out here. But you can see how putting it in another pan makes it not stick. That's loose on the bottom there, and that I found that to be a good idea. So that's how you make probably a frittata for 2 or for 1 for 2 days. And I think it turned out pretty good. I'll go put it under the broiler briefly, and we're ready to go.